Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today we are live swatching Sweet and Sour Lacquer's July polishes. Some of these will be at PBE and others will be released on the site as well. This is strictly a sneak peek video, so I'm not heavy on the details, but I will add them in the description box soon as I know so that you'll know too. And if you enjoy live swatches, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss an upload. So we are just gonna jump in with the shimmers. This is the Citrus Trio, and the first one up is Tangerine. So these are some gorgeous, warm toned yellow, orange, and pink shimmers that you can wear either to top a cream polish or in several coats for full opacity on your regular nail. And what is so great about them is that they will go great with the creams that were just released from Sweet and Sour Lacquer. Check out my video on those if you want to see. And next up is this stunning combination. Like, I didn't even get descriptions, but pink lemonade is like almost a very orange leaning coral, and it's pearly and shimmery at the same time, so it's really pale. I usually lean in hard with the pink leaning corals, but this one was so almost peachy that I enjoyed it nonetheless. And I feel like Sweet and Sour Lacquer has been killing it on shimmers since like last summer at PBE. They have been amazing formulas. The brush is awesome and the prices are good. So I kind of feel like you can't lose with this brand, especially if you are a fan of shimmers. That brings us to this gorgeous shifty. This is grapefruit, and this one was a little more pink leaning. So you've got some pink, you've got some peach in there, and I think it's all really due to the fabulous mixture of shifting shimmers in these, because in lower light, certain colors come out to play a little bit better than ones in bright light, and I feel like I like it no matter what. Now, the brighter light is in the still photo. Also, it's very cool toned, a little bit of warmer and less intense light in the watch video. So here we are with the side by side, and you can almost see that like tangerine is sort of a mango, and then you've got a little bit of like a orangey color going on with pink lemonade, and then it's pinker for grapefruit. So yes, I'm wiping off my space as I'm introducing Mermaid Melody. So this one is from the other trio, which is going to be more cool toned polishes. As you can already see, there is a beautiful violet glow, almost a flash of color in this one. And I liked it because I kind of have been leaning into these lighter base colored shimmers because I can use them as a topper if I want to, or I can put them on my naked nail if I want to, or I can just do like 3 coats for full opacity and maximum shifty shimmer effect if I want to. That's a lot of versatility for one bottle of polish. And now here we are with our kind of like teal, aqua, blue, green kind of one. This one is from the Fantasea Trio, and it's fierce and fabulous. This one was possibly my favorite of the 3 because it's got that like aqua blue color that comes out so well. In some lighting you get some of the green shift, in other lighting you get the blue, and then there's almost this like teensy weensy almost hint of periwinkle to purple. So I felt like this one was very much exactly what I was looking for when I think sea themes and water themes for a shimmer. So I'm swatching it in 3 coats because you could still kind of see my visible nail line, even though my nails are really short. But I know a lot of people are not into their visible nail line at all. It's a deal breaker. So I wanted to try to swatch them to full opacity. And then we have this beautiful one. You can see the blue, you can see the purple. It's almost like a pearly shimmer periwinkle. This is Tail Scales, and it's the last one from the Fantasea Trio. And you see a lot more blue coming through with this one, even though like on the brush, all you see is that violet flash. Like that's all you see on the brush. But as we get more coats in, you're going to be able to see more colors. That's why I did 3 coat swatches on these, because I'm cool with my visible nail line being seen. Like in this second coat, this would be ideal for me. It would be just fine. That's where I would have stopped if it weren't for swatch pictures and photos. But on that 3rd coat, it's just like, whoa. And here we are with the side by side. I wanted to make sure that you got to see like the violet, the green, and I feel like Fierce and Fabulous looks even more green when you put it right next to Tail Scales. So Mermaid Melody almost looks like it's got a little bit of pink coming through. So I was really excited to do the side by sides. I thought that it would help you pick which ones you really want versus which ones you're not sure about. So here we are with the rock candies. This one is banana. So these are jelly based polishes with these iridescent flakies, and then I did not mention any other type of addition to the formula because my old lady eyes only really identify the color in the flakies. So of course, I am falling all over myself for it because this is very reminiscent of my yellow summer, where all of these indie brands made yellow polishes and I had to buy them all. So that was banana, and it was in 2 coats for the swatch, 3 coats for the still photo, because I wanted the maximum vibrancy. Yes, I am fiddling with my finger. I don't know why, but it got caught on camera, so I addressed it, and now I'm gonna leave it alone. So this one is so pretty. I usually don't go for oranges. Now, if you want to adjust how these appear, you can wear like a nice sheer color underneath or a jelly underneath and sandwich these to alter the way it appears. You can even add or mix and match them together, which is what is so exciting about these polishes. Now, here we are with watermelon. So real quick, if you are like me and you stain easily or randomly, in this case, make sure that you are wearing a stain resistant base coat with this one, because I did get a little bit of staining. I did 3 coats for the swatch photo and then I wore it overnight, and I did wake up with a little bit of staining in the morning. But you can also see by that 2nd coat that it's highly pigmented compared to the others. So this one has to be my favorite because I didn't catch a stain train with this one. So it is wild strawberry. It's the perfect mixture of red and pink and almost like a kiss of magenta in there. And I lost my mind for it as soon as I put it on. I wanted to get as close to my cuticles as I could so that there was nothing to detract from this gorgeous vibrant color. So Again, like just before with watermelon, as soon as you hit that second coat, you're seeing a lot more pigment than you did with the yellow and the orange colors. So I'm perfectly fine with that. I understand. And here we are with the side by side. Tell me this isn't a fabulous flaky Skittle in the making. And I literally have been trying to fit time into my schedule to play with these because I feel like you could layer them. I feel like you could also paint them side by side to create gradients, or even one half one color, one half another color to also still create a pretty gradient. So moving right along, we've got green apple, and I was very happy to see that Darlene did not leave out the cooler tones and forget about them in favor of those beautiful and incredibly alluring warm tones. So this is a very almost lime green, kind of flaky, and I'm happy with it. And I realize a lot of my opinions on the polishes here is based on the fact that it's beautiful colors. First of all, they're vibrant, they're bright, they're fun. And number two, I feel like I am getting more bang for my buck because they will go well with the creams that were previously released. Or, sorry, not creams, they were nicknamed creamlies because it was kind of a crelly, kind of a cream, kind of a jelly. So you got a lot about that. And I love when a brand releases different textures of polish along with complementary colors. So here we are with blue raspberry, and I feel like blue raspberry would complement the Fantasea Trio. And then I've got some more creams coming up in a minute for you. This is a long video, I'm not even gonna lie. We're just about over halfway done, so if you want to pause here, grab a drink and a snack, that is also acceptable. I just wanted to make sure that we went over these before PBE so that you did not miss out on any of these fun flakies and the sultry shimmers. And we're also going to have some creams and some other surprises included in this video. Now, you did see me doing a little bit of pat because I am so heavy-handed on coats sometimes that I literally push all the flakes to one spot, and then I feel bad because now it makes the polish look like it's not doing a good job of coverage when it actually is doing an amazing job. So here we are with the side by side of the cooler flaky jellies, and I could not be more excited. And now we come to those additional creams that I was talking about. So this one is Summer Soundtrack, and I am incredibly excited about it because I normally like pale and pastel kind of orchid shades. I feel like this one is much brighter than, or at least more pigmented than most orchids that I would normally pick. This one isn't as pale, it's not dusky, it's actually pretty vibrant, and that impressed me. Next up is a pretty lavender pastel-ish color. It's a little bit brighter than a pastel, so I would definitely say lavender. This one is Calories Don't Count from the Vacation Mode Activated collection. So again, we are here with some beautiful cremelies. They're juicy, they're glossy, and they go on like butter. They're just so smooth and silky that I didn't have to worry about pulling and drama. It just really was an easy application, and I go wild for those. I don't know, in case you didn't already know. And then we have this pretty like aqua, it's Ocean Breeze, somewhere in between a blue and a green, but definitely kind of green leaning on me. And again, I'm very comfortable with it, and I feel like it would go amazing with the Fantasea Trio. I felt like all of these were Fantasea Trio partners that you could definitely partner them up with and get some very cute manicures out of. So I am hoping that I will have a few moments to come back around to these and work those in as toppers. If not, maybe I can do it in shorts. This one is windows down, radios up from vacation mode activated, and it looks like a very bright, very vibrant kind of periwinkle, because I'm seeing a little bit of purple in there, like some purple undertones maybe, but definitely it's a blue. So I'm like, how are you somewhere in between, but also quite definitely? And then when we do the side by side, which is my favorite part, it's when you can really put these into whatever color categories you please, because you can definitely see the green in one, you can definitely see the pink in the other. And now we are at the end. We have a few more to share, and I feel like, again, they will still go well. This is the Boba Next Door from the Conversation Starter Polishes collection, and I feel like, again, this would go very well with that beautiful like orchid shade, or even with the lavender and the hollow sparkle. The hollow sparkle. I don't know if those are micro hollow flakies or what exactly you would call them, because my old lady eyes just see sparkle in a beautiful shifting shimmer, and I'm here for it 100%. 3 coats in and full opacity. I love it. So again, this one would go more with our aquas. This is What Are You Wearing? And I actually kind of like these conversation starters because I am incredibly socially awkward. So I don't know what to say at any given time. So sometimes you might just get a blank stare from me. And with conversation starters or like a little bit of an icebreaker, we can go from there and I won't feel so terribly out of place. But this one, I'd like to say it's my favorite, but I also like Boba Next Door. And now I'm also wondering if there's a boba place next door to PBE. So this one is, what's your ad handle? Or what's your handle with the ad symbol? So clever and cute. So undeniably, this one is blue and it's beautiful, and I feel like it shows off best in 3 coats, but I also then again feel like it would go amazingly with an undie to bring a little depth into it. So if you're feeling any of these ideas, let me know down below. How do you feel about consecutive collections that kind of look like they can go together and mix and match? I'm curious because I particularly love them. This one is Let's Take a Selfie, and I'm really actually looking forward to taking a whole bunch of selfies with everybody, except for I'm wondering if my hair will behave. We'll see. We'll see. So, first point, this is a beautiful, bright, sparkly polish to the max, and I actually liked it glossy in 1 coat on my naked nail. And I went ahead, added on a 2nd coat, just so that when we did go ahead and take that flash picture, you'd be able to see the reflective glitter. This is our last polish, and it is the doorbuster. So you are going to want to be at the sweet and sour counter as soon as possible. Like, if that isn't your first stop, it should be one of your first stops. And this one is, that's just grape. We've got those beautiful fun flickies from Rock Candy in a purple kind of, yeah, in a nice purple base. So it is kind of like a jelly. So I had to do 2 coats, and I'm moving into that second coat. Again, the application is so smooth and easy, but I always find that I am very hesitant at getting stuff all over my cuticles. So I always end up with a big cuticle gap, especially with my flakies. So I'm like pushing further into that zone because I want all the coverage in 3 coats. Now, I took my photo in lower lighting so that you all would be able to see the coloring. And that was, I think that was 3 or 4 coats for that still photo, 3 thin coats for the video. And here we are with the side by side. Top coats have been applied for shiny goodness. And again, I love polishes that can take an undie or be worn by themselves. So everything in this showcase was some of my favorite polishes. I can't see my collection without them. So I'm sorry, you may not see any of these popping up in my D-stash like ever. So if you're a part of my nail fam, I am sending out virtual hugs. Thank you for joining me for this video. I appreciate you all. If you're new to my channel, I hope you'll consider subscribing. As always, take care of yourselves and each other.